Choosing sample management software might seem straightforward, but it's one of the most important decisions your lab can make. And when you get it wrong, the consequences can be frustrating, expensive, and long-lasting. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 critical mistakes labs often make when selecting sample management software, and most importantly, how to avoid them. Whether you're trying to find the best sample management software for a biobank, coordinating multi-site trials, or overseeing clinical operations, getting your sample tracking and data workflows right is essential to your lab's efficiency and data integrity. Let's start with where most people go wrong from the beginning, not fully understanding their needs. One of the most common and costly mistakes labs make is jumping into the software search without first defining their operational requirements. Before looking at features, it's important to take a step back and ask, what specific problems are we trying to solve? Do we need to manage chain of custody for thousands of clinical samples? Are we tracking complex sample hierarchies in genomics workflows? Do we need cross-departmental visibility or location-based logistics? Understanding how your lab handles samples, from collection and labeling to processing, storage, and reporting, is the only way to ensure the system you choose fits your real-world workflows. Failing to define your requirements early leads to costly gaps later, features you thought were included but aren't, or workflows that your team ends up managing with clunky workarounds. Start by mapping your existing processes, identifying pain points, and clarifying what success looks like for your lab. That foundation is key. Once you've defined your needs, it's time to evaluate the software, but not just on surface-level features. Too many labs get swayed by checklists or sales demos that look good in theory, but fall apart in practice. Instead, focus on the software's ability to support real-time sample traceability, detailed chain of custody records, and validated automated workflows that reflect how your lab operates. Does the platform support complex sample trees, aliquots, derivatives, and multiple storage conditions relevant to your scientific discipline, whether it's genomics, proteomics, or environmental research? Can it adapt to unique research protocols? What about integrations? Can it work with your LIMS, ELN, or instrument data in a streamlined, automated way? Also, don't forget the user experience. A system that's technically capable but painful to use will hurt adoption. You want intuitive dashboards, flexible search, and role-based access that's easy to manage. If it takes 5 clicks to find a sample, your lab will be losing time every day. In short, don't just evaluate what the software does. Evaluate how well it does it and whether it fits your team's day-to-day needs. It's easy to assume that once you've chosen a vendor, the hard part is over, but implementation is often where projects stall or go sideways. One of the biggest mistakes labs make is underestimating how complex onboarding can be. Every lab has unique data structures, workflows, and existing systems. The software has to be configured correctly, not just installed, to deliver value. This includes initial validation to ensure data accuracy from the start. That's why configurability matters. A no-code platform that supports tailored workflows, custom data fields, and flexible user roles will make implementation much smoother. But beyond the technology itself, the vendor's approach is key. Do they offer a clear implementation plan? Will you have a dedicated project lead? Are training and validation included? You also want to plan for change management. Bringing your team into the process early, through demos, feedback loops, and hands-on testing, helps drive adoption and ensures the platform works for everyone, not just IT or management. Implementation is not just a technical task. It's a strategic process, and your vendor should treat it that way. Support is often treated as an afterthought during the software selection process. But when something goes wrong, or when your lab needs to scale, shift direction, or onboard new staff, you'll quickly realize just how essential a strong support partner really is. Unfortunately, many labs end up with vendors that offer little more than a generic help desk, outdated documentation, or slow, unresponsive technical teams. That kind of weak support model can become a major liability, especially in time-sensitive situations or when regulatory deadlines are involved. What you need instead is a true partner, one that offers responsive technical support staffed by people who understand your industry and your workflows. They should provide detailed documentation and training resources that empower your team, not leave them guessing. Regular platform updates based on user feedback signal that the vendor is invested in continuous improvement. And beyond the basics, the right partner will bring strategic insight to help you optimize your sample management processes over time, not just keep the system running, but actively help you improve it. Science doesn't stand still, and neither should your software provider. The best vendors operate as an extension of your team, adapting with you, helping you stay ahead of regulatory changes, and providing ongoing support for validation, upgrades, and workflow evolution as your lab grows. Finally, many labs make their decision based on price, a flashy interface, or a few favorite features without considering the long-term impact. Sample management software isn't just a tool, it's a foundational system that affects data accuracy, compliance, efficiency, and even research outcomes. Choosing the wrong platform creates hidden costs that add up fast, manual workarounds, integration failures, poor audit performance, and frustrated users. Instead of focusing solely on cost or convenience, make a decision based on value. What is the total cost of ownership over 5 years? How configurable is the platform for future workflows? Does the vendor have experience in your field, whether that's clinical diagnostics, translational research, or regulated bioanalysis, and understand the specific compliance requirements and data security needs of sample management software for regulated labs? Consider features like audit trails to ensure data integrity. Gather input from stakeholders across your lab. Conduct a proof of concept if possible. And take the time to ask hard questions, not just about features, but about the company's vision, support model, and roadmap. When you take a platform approach and partner with a vendor who truly understands sample management, the difference is transformational. Choosing the right sample management software is one of the most strategic decisions your lab will make. Avoiding these 5 common mistakes by clarifying your needs, evaluating real-world functionality, planning implementation carefully, prioritizing support, and making an informed decision can save your lab time, money, and frustration. But more importantly, it positions your lab to do what it does best: deliver accurate, reliable, and impactful science. Thanks for watching. If this video helped clarify your decision-making process, be sure to like and share it, and check out our other videos for more insights into lab platforms, LIMS, ELMs, and science-aware AI.